Blackwood Manor, a name whispered in hushed tones, an imposing structure of crumbling stone and shadowed glass. It stood, cloaked in perpetual twilight at the edge of the village, its silhouette a jagged scar against the dying light, fear a shroud around its heart. No one dared approach. Local legend spoke of a malevolent presence, whispers of tormented souls forever trapped within its walls. Stories passed from generation to generation, each more chilling than the last. The manor remained abandoned, a monument to fear and the unknown. The history of Blackwood Manor was steeped in tragedy. Its walls, if they could speak, would tell tales of sorrow and despair that spanned generations. Built centuries ago, it had seen more sorrow than joy. The manor, with its grand architecture and sprawling grounds, was once a symbol of prestige and power. The Blackwood family, once prominent and respected, had met a series of gruesome ends within its walls. Unexplained accidents, suicides, each event more mysterious and chilling than the last. Each death more bizarre, more horrific than the last. The manor seemed to be a magnet for misfortune, drawing in darkness and despair.
Some whispered of a curse, a malevolent force that had taken hold of the manor and its inhabitants, a darkness that clung to the land itself. The very air around Blackwood Manor seemed heavy with a sense of foreboding. Others spoke of a family driven mad by their own secrets, whispers of hidden rooms, forbidden rituals, and dark pacts made in the dead of night. Whatever the truth, Blackwood Manor stood as a testament to their suffering. Its once grand halls now echoed with the silence of abandonment, a chilling reminder of the lives lost within, a chilling reminder that some houses are best left undisturbed. The manor, with its crumbling walls and broken windows, seemed to watch and wait, as if it held its breath for the next chapter in its dark history.
Ethan Hayes, a young writer drawn to the macabre, arrived in the village. He was captivated by the stories surrounding Blackwood Manor. Dismissing them as mere superstition, he was determined to uncover the truth. He saw it as an opportunity, a chance to experience the chilling reality firsthand, to touch history, however dark it may be.
Ignoring the warnings of the villagers, he approached the manor. The air grew heavy, the silence oppressive. He felt a chill, a prickling sensation on his skin. He pressed on, drawn by an irresistible allure. The manor awaited.
Ethan stepped inside, his heart pounding in his chest. The door creaked ominously as it closed behind him, sealing him in the darkness. The air was stale, thick with the dust of ages. It felt as though time itself had stopped within these walls, leaving behind only the remnants of a forgotten past. Cobwebs draped the furniture like ghostly shrouds, each strand a testament to years of neglect. They swayed gently in the draught, whispering secrets of the house's history. The silence was absolute, broken only by the sound of his own breathing. It was as if the house itself was holding its breath, waiting for something to happen. Each step echoed through the emptiness, a drumbeat in the stillness. The floorboards beneath his feet groaned in protest, adding to the eerie symphony of sounds.
He felt a presence, an unseen force watching him from the shadows. It was a feeling that sent shivers down his spine, a weight settling upon his chest, making it hard to breathe. It was as if the house itself was pressing down on him, trying to keep him from leaving. He explored the house room by room, each one more haunting than the last. The creaky doors groaned as he pushed them open, revealing the secrets they held. Each one whispered stories of forgotten lives, of people who had once called this place home. The shadows seemed to move, dancing in the corners of his vision. He ran his fingers along the dusty surfaces, feeling the weight of the past. The dust clung to his skin, a tangible reminder of the years that had passed. The floorboards groaned under his weight, each step a reminder of the house's age and fragility. It was as if the house was alive, reacting to his presence. He felt a chill and turned quickly. Nothing. The shadows seemed to mock him, playing tricks on his mind. But the feeling lingered, cold and unwelcome. It was a presence that refused to be ignored, a reminder that he was not alone in this house. The air grew colder, and he knew he had to leave before it was too late.
As night fell, shadows deepened within the manor.
The temperature dropped, a bone-chilling cold seeping into the rooms.
Ethan felt a presence growing stronger, watching him.
He heard whispers, faint and indistinct, seeming to emanate from the walls themselves.
He tried to shake off the feeling, attributing it to the stories and his own imagination.
But fear, a cold hand, gripped his heart. He was not alone.
He could feel it. Something was in the house with him. Ethan was plagued by strange occurrences. Objects moved, doors creaked open and slammed shut.
Whispers followed him through the darkened hallways, growing louder, more insistent.
He saw shadows flitting at the edge of his vision. Faces, grotesque and contorted, appearing for mere seconds before vanishing into the darkness.
Sleep offered no escape. Nightmares plagued him, vivid, horrifying images of the manor's past.
He woke each morning, heart pounding, the whispers still ringing in his ears. His fascination with the manor was quickly turning to terror. One evening, as Ethan sat in the parlor, a fire crackling feebly in the hearth, he couldn't shake the feeling of unease that had settled over him. The room was dimly lit, shadows dancing on the walls, creating an eerie atmosphere that seemed to close in on him. Suddenly, he felt a cold breath on the back of his neck. It was as if someone or something was standing right behind him, exhaling icy air that sent shivers down his spine.
Turning slowly, I saw her. My heart pounded in my chest as I tried to make sense of what I was seeing.
A woman in a white gown, her face obscured by shadow, stood in the doorway. Her presence was both ethereal and terrifying, as if she belonged to another world entirely. She stood there for a moment, her eyes fixed on him, piercing through the darkness. It felt as though she was looking into his very soul, uncovering his deepest fears.
Then she was gone, vanished into thin air, leaving behind an unsettling silence that echoed through the empty hallway.
He scrambled to his feet, his heart racing. Panic surged through him as he tried to comprehend what had just happened. He searched the room, but found nothing. The woman was gone, as if she had never been there. Yet the memory of her presence lingered, haunting him. But the coldness remained, a tangible presence in the air. It was a chilling reminder that he was not alone, that something otherworldly had touched him. He was no longer a skeptic. The manor was haunted. The walls seemed to whisper secrets, and every creak of the floorboards felt like a ghostly footstep. Ethan knew he had to uncover the truth behind the haunting, no matter how terrifying it might be. Panic seized Ethan. He had to get out. He ran to the front door, fumbling for the handle. It wouldn't budge. It was locked. He rattled the doorknob, but it wouldn't give. He was trapped. He ran from room to room, testing windows and doors, but all were bolted shut. The manor held him captive.
I was trapped with the spirits of Blackwood Manor. I could feel their eyes on me, their cold, malevolent gaze burning into my back.
The whispers grew louder, swirling around him like a vortex of despair. Ethan collapsed on the floor, his back against a wall, his eyes darting around the room. He was at their mercy. Whatever haunted this place was closing in, its presence growing stronger with each passing moment. He closed his eyes, bracing himself for the unknown.
A cold hand touched my shoulder. I flinched, my eyes flying open.
Standing over him, her face now illuminated by an ethereal light, was the woman in white. Her eyes, filled with an unspeakable sadness, met his, and he understood. There was no escape. He was theirs now. The next morning, the villagers found the front door of Blackwood Manor ajar. They entered cautiously, their footsteps echoing in the silence. The house was empty. Ethan was gone.
Some whispered that he had escaped, fleeing into the night. Others claimed the manor had claimed another soul, adding him to its collection of the lost.
Blackwood Manor stood silent, its secrets kept safe within its walls. The haunting continues.